Hey traders, John Howell here from tradinginvesting4you.com. Anything I do say in this video is just general advice only. I don't know your personal situation or where you are right now. This video is just to give you a bit of a heads up of what's happening in the market right now. Looking at the S&P 500, we're looking at the weekly chart. This weekly chart on the S&P 500, I'm telling you what, there's a lot of interesting things happening on here right now. One of the main things I'll just quickly go over for you so you understand what's going on now is that if we bring this chart right up and zoom it right up, we can see if we draw a trend line from here to here. Wrong one. Let's go this one here. So we go from there to there. We can see we have a bit of a trend line going from there to there, right? So that trend line will likely come into play, possibly a bit later on. Okay, from there to there. And as you can see, connected up all through there. So if we ever did get down to this trend line, you will know that we're likely to get a bit of support. Okay. Now the next thing I want to quickly show you is where we are right now in short-term support. And if I zoom in just a little bit, all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take this bottom here and I'm just going to extend it up through there. Okay, I'm just going to extend it up right through there. And all I'm doing is I'm just getting the most touches out of this trend line as much as possible. Right, so if I zoom this up right now and put this in right here, you can actually see where we are. We bounced here. Okay, so remember this is the weekly chart. Okay, weekly over here weekly. We got the bounce once, and we actually had an actual little bounce there, and then this, you can see this bar right through here. This bar here, it came in there. You can see that this bar, it came down, bounced here. This bar opened, went down, but closed up here on the weekly bar. Now where we're at right now, you can see that we're actually at that bar right now. Now, the thing is that when we're looking at this weekly chart, we also can see that we actually have 1, 2, 3 weeks of resistance over here. So right now, we're actually at a double area of support. Okay, a double area of support. Now, if we bring over to the daily chart, we can actually see that the market is actually holding here quite nicely. It's coming down. It's at this level of support right now, and that's where it's holding. Now, here's the thing. This market has had a pullback. We're in a continued bull movement, so I'm not calling for a massive downward movement. I did call for a downward movement in my last couple of videos, and based on the patterns and so on and so forth, and that's exactly what we've gotten. But going on through where the market is right now, we can actually see this market holding support. Okay, so so here's the thing. If we do start to break down heavily down here on the weekly chart, then I see some major downward movement coming down, and possibly even down to this trend line down here. Now you're probably thinking, John, you're nuts, you're crazy, so on and so forth. But hey, if we've got two major weekly trend lines, this one here and this one here, and let me zoom this in a little bit more. So this one here, all right, all this resistance here, and then this sort of support here. If this does not hold support through here, and instead it just opens and then suddenly just goes straight down through here and then sort of closes down through here, then guess what's likely to happen? This whole area up through here is now what? Resistance. Right, resistance. We've got this whole bunch of resistance through here, which is now support. It's either going to be support, and we're likely to run back up towards the high point up through here. If we don't hold and we run down through here, then when we do get back up to here, I believe we're likely to see a head and shoulder formation, which means this. Let me just show you how this works. Okay, so if we did get a run down and we get a pop down through here, down like that. Then something what happens, we get down towards these levels through here, which is what? This is the support area. Okay, hold support, then run back up through here, get into this level through here, and then start to turn around, because this area is now major resistance. This trend line here and this area here, major resistance, which is now forming what? It's now forming a left shoulder, head, right shoulder on the weekly chart. And if that happens on the weekly chart, then yes, we can actually see a run back down towards the 1500 level. Okay, the 1500 level, based on what we're seeing here on the chart. Now remember, this here was the long-term weekly support line, and if we did get down to here, then we're likely to see possibly a bounce through there. So that's what I'm saying right now. We're at a bit of support. We are in a big bull. We are in a big bull movement right now. Okay, so that's what I see where we are. The market does bounce. We're likely to continue up and then break new highs. But if we start to remember, this is the key here. We're at this resistance here and this support through here. We're at a double support right now. If we break that, then that's going to change the whole tune of the market. Now, especially if we break, because if you look at the actual troughs itself, this here was the trough. This here was the trough. If we break this trough here on the weekly chart, and we definitely start getting like down through here somewhere, and we start to break this major lower trough. Okay, so if we get it, we're getting basically higher troughs right now. We've got a trough, higher trough, higher trough, higher trough. Right now we haven't made a trough yet. Okay, but if we do get a sideways movement and then a breakdown and we get a lower trough, that is a very, very weak sign. If we get down here and hold support and run back up, we're likely to form a head and shoulder formation. And then if that happens, then big downward movement is likely to ensue from that head and shoulder formation. But right now we're at the support, so it looks like we might be able to get a bit of a rally to the high side out of that. Even if we do get a rally to the high side, I'd be careful, but overall, big bull movement. This is just had a pullback down to support. We're likely to continue up, just to keep an eye out for. If it does break down, you know exactly what I'm looking at. This is John Hell here from TradingInvestingForYou.com. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.